Welcome back to episode 3 of the No Winning Minigame Challenge. Oh god, I'm sorry. I just woke up right now. And I'm a little sick. I feel a little under the weather, but it's alright. I'm recording early because my brother, who I haven't seen in months, is coming to visit me for a long while. And he has to use my room for work purposes. So I'm just trying to get all this done right now. But just in case I haven't shown my appreciation yet, I just want to say thank you all to all my viewers for sticking around to watch my content for so long. You know, I started this journey since like 2022, and it's about to be my 3rd year anniversary this upcoming March. And honestly, just being given the opportunity to, you know, create content for people who have similar interests like me is a very rewarding experience, but at the same time, it's also really draining because I also work part-time, and literally as soon as I finish work, I come back home, do my exercises, and then it's right back to editing and recording and script writing and all that stuff. And it's like lately, I have no time to myself or anything other than, you know, recording and whatnot, and it pretty much like leaves me with no energy or time to play any games. Like, you know, the last time I ever actually sit down and played a game was like months ago. I think the last time I did that was like when Mario and Luigi Brothership came out, and that was like back in November. And even then, you know, I mean, I can't really speak for everyone else, but I feel like lately I don't really have the motivation to play games anymore. I know this sounds kind of sad, but really the only time I ever play games is for video making purposes like right now. And even then, I'm not really playing the game, because I'm trying not to win any minigames. But on the other hand, I have been preoccupying my mind with a lot of reading lately. I know this sounds a little like nerdy to say, but reading is probably possibly the very best thing you can do for your mind. Because, you know, you're stimulating your brain, you're expanding your vocabulary, and not to mention other benefits like relieving stress, and improving your writing skills, and your cognitive function and all that stuff. And believe it or not, it's actually helped me to gain confidence in myself, specifically my speaking style. Because you know, ever since I was a kid, talking was a very challenging thing to do for me, personally. Because, you know, I was really shy, and it was extremely difficult to, you know, get along with others. And I was very withdrawn, and I barely spoke to anybody. You know, it was hard to make connections with people. I mean, I'm still kind of like that now, but since then, I've gotten significantly better. Like, almost a decade ago, there was a time where I literally couldn't speak at all. Like, I don't know what it was. It was so weird. Like, I was literally mute for like at least a day or two, and I literally had to like scribble on the paper. And that was my main form of communication, and it felt really strange to do. But I don't know, I still don't know what it was, why I couldn't talk at all before. If anyone's had a similar experience, please comment down below, because I would love to hear your side of the story. And since then, I've been reading a lot of books on self-care, which talks about the significance of our mental state, and how if you continue to, you know, feed your mind with negativity rather than positivity, then you're seriously going to believe that, you know, you are a negative person. Like, for example, if you truly believe that you have no confidence in your own abilities to do something, then more often than not, that's going to happen. I feel like nowadays, people just don't realize how capable the human mind is of anything. And that if you truly believe that you're capable of changing yourself, like fixing your flaws that's been bothering you for a long time, then it's up to you as the individual on whether or not you want to change yourself or not. Because let's be real, nowadays, only you have the power to improve yourself. And that's been my main mentality for the past year or so. On a side note, I wonder if Nintendo's ever gonna make a sequel to Mario Sunshine, or a 3rd Galaxy game. Mario Sunshine especially, because using FLUDD to clean away all the goop was a pretty neat concept. It's just that finding all the blue coins without using any sort of tracker, that was agony. But aside from that, For being a 2002 game, Mario Sunshine looks absolutely gorgeous, and the graphics still hold up to this day. Especially the water. Oh my god, the water. It looks like, it kind of reminds me of Blue Gatorade, like the icy glacier version. I just want to get a long bendy straw and just suck all the water in the game. Every single water. One singular water. I've always appreciated just how touristy all the levels look too. Like Bianco Hills kind of resembles like a Dutch landscape. And Serena Beach with a glorious sunset. And like a hotel for the residents to sleep in. And the fact that all the levels fit the theming of the game is a really nice attention to detail. I mean, yeah, Mario Sunshine didn't really have the best controls. It did feel a little wonky at times, but then again, it is an old game. Man, speaking of old games, do you guys remember Star Fox Zero for Wii U? I remember being so hyped for that when they first announced it, because it did look kind of promising. It was kind of giving Star Fox 64 vibes. But, you know, everybody knows how that game turned out. I mean, graphic-wise, it did look stunning. But control-wise, it felt really gimmicky for my taste. And I just couldn't get myself to finish the entire game. I think I stopped after like 2 levels or something. I don't know, it's been a long time. But since then, I never touched the game ever. But Star Fox 64 on the other hand, that game, my god, is a masterpiece. Dun, 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 dun. Hey Einstein, I'm flying over here. It absolutely boggles my mind that people managed to unlock expert mode in that game. I mean, that must take an incredibly amount of patience and effort and concentration. And the fact that you could play on foot and use a landmaster during multiplayer battles, that's a pretty cool concept actually. And back then, before I knew about expert mode, I always wondered how Fox was playing on foot in Smash Bros. Because, you know, normally you only play in your R-Wing, and I just assumed that it was a thing Smash Bros made up. And speaking of Smash Bros, this reminds me of that time when I was in middle school. I just learned the existence of Smash Bros Brawl, and that was a game I just needed to get. It was on my list of must-haves, but unfortunately I didn't have any money, so I basically had to beg my brother to buy a Wii just for Brawl. And he told me I had to wait like a year or so. And being the spoiled brat I was complaining every single day. I was not pleasant to be around, and I just kept begging him to, you know, get it for me quick. Because I quote-unquote couldn't live without it. Okay, so has anyone ever had an experience at work where the customer yells at you because of the prices that they weren't satisfied with, even though your boss was the one that set the prices and not you? And you just stand there like a deer in headlights, and they're yelling at you, demanding to speak to your manager. And meanwhile, the manager is outside doing who knows what, without telling me that she was gonna leave. And I'm stuck there dealing with angry people. And this happens so often, and I am frankly very tired of it. I've been in customer service for almost 3 years now, and sometimes I really don't understand the customer thinking process. And sometimes it's a little mind-boggling at times. And this minigame is a good representation of what it's like to deal with people like that. Because one wrong move, just like Yoshi made here, is the equivalent of being ripped to shreds by angry customers. But anyway, thank you for watching episode 3. Just look out for episode 4 coming next Saturday. And I'll see you all next time.